Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
What's up, everybody? It's Ginger Yeti, and this is part 2 of my cruise experience. For those of you that just found this randomly and don't know me, I'm the Ginger Yeti. I normally do beer reviews, but I just went on a cruise, so I'm discussing that because it relates to beer in general and alcohol in general. So thanks for tuning in and checking me out. And for those of you that have been long-time subscribers, I hope you enjoy these videos. So the first port we went to was Costa Maya. Now, I was with a group of people, and they decided they wanted to play it by ear that day, just kind of see what went on. So we get to the port, go in, and this is just a tourist nightmare. I mean, think Disney World. It's all fake. It's all just made for cruise ships, cruise people to come there and to take your money. I mean, they're trying to make you have a good time, but it was so crowded and so hot and miserable. You go in there, everybody's trying to sell you stuff. There's stores. I mean, there are some bars. There's some different things you could do. There were some pools, but didn't even see a real beach there. It was miserably hot, and it just looked like a tourist trap. I mean, if you've ever been to some touristy area like Disney World, is the best one I can think of on a super crowded day, that's what it's like. And everything's just fake and, like I said, made there for the cruise ships. So we're wandering around miserable, and we found like a little hut that said, oh, hey, we can take you to this different beach. It's much better. You have a good time. It's an all-you-can-drink package, like $65. Get an air-conditioned van, drive on over there. We're like, cool, let's do that. So we get over there. Before we get off, the guy tells us, don't drink the free tequila because it's never free. We're like, okay, whatever. Get off the bus in this new beach area, and you got to walk through a store area at first. And everybody's standing there trying to offer you free shots of tequila, because they're trying to suck you in and sell you stuff. If you take the free shot of tequila, you're almost guilted into buying stuff. So we didn't do that. Now we go through the store area, go out to the beach area, and they apparently have this divided off by different cruise ships because you all had to have a bracelet on. And so somehow it's related to the cruise. Sure, it's some sort of scam. So we go to the beach, and they did have these little lounge chairs under like sun awnings so you could sit there and be out of the sun. And they did have a waiter who would bring you drinks. I mean, you're getting little 8-ounce cups of beer, 8-ounce margaritas, whatever. But the whole time you're sitting there, you're just getting bombarded by people trying to sell you stuff. Anything and everything you can think of. Cigars, t-shirts, bracelets. It didn't matter what it was. Anything somebody thought they could sell you, they were trying to sell you. It was nonstop, just constantly getting pummeled by it. The one kind of nifty thing I saw, because it was just kind of neat and different, was a guy had an iguana on his arm and another one on his shoulder. And you could take pictures with the iguana. And we watched the girl do it, and he put the iguana on her arm. Then he put like a sombrero on the iguana. Then he put like the little iguana, or little lizard, whatever it was, on the girl's head. So that was kind of fun for a novelty to see. I don't know, she gave him $10. But still, just you're sitting there trying to enjoy the beach, and you're just constantly getting bombarded by people trying to sell you stuff. And even when you walked up to where the bar was, as you're up on the street where the bar is, you're getting bombarded by people trying to sell you food from their food carts, other dudes trying to like drag you into their store to sell you stuff. And you get to the bar, the booze is free. But like for beer, it's Dos Equis out of big liter bottles, and they're just pouring it as fast as they can. Half your cup is head. They don't care. And they did have a pool there, but that pool was so disgusting looking you could only see about this deep in the pool. I mean, I don't know why people were even in it. So we would get drinks, go back down to the beach. Now the beach, not the best beach in the world, but hey, you're on the beach in Mexico, whatever, right? We finally go to get in the water, and for the first like meter and a half, it's all rocks and bullshit. You're stumbling around, hurting your feet, tripping over things, falling. It sucked. Then once you get into the water, I mean, it's just kind of murky, cloudy water. You're in a tight, confined little area. Not anything I'd picture a beach of. I mean, and you can check out a little bit of that on one of the shorts I did. I'll try to remember to link that down below. And I'll also link my first video down below if you didn't watch it. But that was just disappointing. The only redeeming thing about that whole day was when we got back to the port before we went to the ship. The group I was at was like, let's go do a shot of tequila. We have to do tequila in Mexico. Let's go do a shot of tequila. I'm not a big tequila drinker. I've never been drunk off of it, but I've had a few rough times with it where it just doesn't agree with my stomach. I used to bartend, smell it all the time. Smell doesn't bother me. Taste, I think it tastes good. I think tequila tastes great, but it just doesn't agree with my stomach. But I said, begrudgingly, whatever, I'll do it. Worst case, I throw up in the port. Who cares? It's Mexico, right? You're on vacation. You're supposed to throw up. So we do this shot. No idea what this tequila was. And it was absolutely delicious. Best shot of tequila I've ever had, and it was delicious. That was about the only redeeming thing about that day in Costa Maya. However, we also saw some guy getting carried back to the port. He was so drunk, he was getting carried by his friends. He couldn't even walk, and he was a bigger dude. And when the cruise people saw it, they came out with a wheelchair and wheeled him the rest of the way in. Other than that, the most fun we had that day was when we were back on the ship. That was definitely an adventure that day. I mean, wow. That was a rough day. That was an adventure. And you know what I always say is embrace the adventure. So I did the best I could to embrace it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have you ever been to Costa Maya? If you have, let me know down below. Maybe I went to the wrong area. Maybe we should have rented a golf cart and gone somewhere away from the port. Maybe there's a nice area of Costa Maya. If there is, let me know down below in the comments. And as always, embrace the adventure.